Shalom, Yashar Allah. Shalom to the hopeful elect of Yashar Allah that are scattered throughout the world. I want to begin by saying I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwatash, whom I worship. Double honors to my elder apostles of Great Millstone, who taught me this word in sincerity and in truth, and who rule well, and are still on the highways and byways, pushing this word so that they may receive their crowns of salvation. And, again, salutations to you, to all the hopeful elect out there who are doing the same. And peace and blessings and salvation to the hopeful elect out there who are listening and watching and are being witnesses to this ministry. Okay. May Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai be with you and yours, and protect you from what's to come. So I saw this article on RT that caught my attention, and the title is Nuclear War Still on the Cards. Moscow warns as COVID-19 only worsens battle for global dominance. So despite of what's happening with this plandemic, Moscow, Magog, Russia, they're staying the course, man, concerning, their nuclear war preparedness, and the reason why they are, because they know that they are in biblical prophecy. They know that they are the prophetic Magog in the scriptures, man, and that you read about in the book of Ezekiel, the 38th chapter, Ezekiel, the 39th chapter. What's that? Revelation, the 20th chapter, is it? Give me 1 second. Yeah, Revelation chapter 20, verse 6, beginning at 6 here. It says, Blessed and holy is he that hath part in the first resurrection. And that's speaking about the elect of the nation of Israel, right? Of Yashar Allah, beginning with the 144,000. That's the governing body. And then the multitude that are elected to be delivered. All right, they're going to be blessed because they're not going to take part of the excuse me, the nuclear destruction that's coming. All right, and that's why it reads, on such the second death hath no power. Right, the second death is that nuclear destruction, man. Because at first the world was destroyed by what you can read about that in the book of 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter. Okay, at first the world was destroyed by a great flood, right? During the time of Noah, by water. Now it's going to be by way of fire, So, and the only ones who are going to make it are the elect of the nation of Israel, okay? The real nation of Israel, all right? Which are you so-called Negroes, West Indians, Latinos, Native American Indians, scattered all throughout North, Central, and South America, and throughout the globe. It says, but they shall be priests of the Most High and of Yahweh Shai. That's right. All the males, okay, of the nation of Israel will be all priests of the Most High, all kings, of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. in the Old Testament, right? It used to be that you had the Levitical priesthood, right? You had the order of Aaron and his sons, and then you had the order of the Levites, Now to be a high priest, you would have to have been from the order of Aaron, and his sons, They were the only ones that were able to go into the Holy of Holies, right? To sacrifice once for themselves and then for all Israel. Then you had, you had to be a Levite to be a priest. But now the Lord is saying that all the males of the nation of Israel, of all the tribes, of all the 12 tribes, will be priests unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, man. And that's beautiful, man. And shall reign with him a 1,000 years. It says, and when the 1,000 years, now in Revelation, right? When you read Revelation, that's why a lot of people get all messed up with Revelation. It jumps a lot, you see, and that what I just read unto you, that's speaking about the kingdom of heaven. Okay. Verse 7, and when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan, which the kingdom of heaven is everlasting. Okay. The kingdom of heaven is everlasting. What, it jumps like from the to the future, then straight to the past, and then jumps right back to the future again. And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison. Okay, which was the mountains, man. The caves of the earth, right? You had the Caucasus Mountains and all that, because the dark nations ran him up in there. It says, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth. And that's what Esau did after he came back into civilization, so to speak, and he started gaining power again and started deceiving the nations, even up to this time right now that we're living in. It says, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog. That's talking about Russia. Why is that talking about Russia? Because the geographical location of what is called Russia today used to belong to an ancient people, all right, known as Magog, all right, which were the people of Japheth, all right. Magog and Gog, those are sons of Japheth, all right. They come out of Japheth, one of the three sons of Noah. To gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. And it says, and they went up on the breadth of the earth and compassed the camp of the saints about in the beloved city. And fire came down from the Most High out of heaven and devoured them. See, and I was talking about that in time to come, very soon, in the near future, there's going to be a great war, right? The Third World War. A lot of people like to call it the Battle of Armageddon. And it's going to take place in the Middle East. And what this is saying is that the Russians are going to attack the land of Israel, because who's there in the land of Israel today? The Edomites. That have taken upon themselves the label of God's people, and they're not. Okay, and notice I had to say that in code so that this video don't get taken down. But yeah, so they're gonna attack them, and then while they're all the nations are fighting, because all nations are gonna converge in the Middle East. And it's happening as we now speak, but it hasn't hit the peak yet, right? But once all nations get involved there, that's when destruction is going to come upon them by way of nuclear missiles, okay? Because this last war is going to be a nuclear war, okay? It's not going to be, you can read about that in Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5. It's going to be a war with pure fire, all right? fiery nuclear missiles, man, right? And it says, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, that's Russia, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. And this ties in with Ezekiel, the 38th chapter. And they went up on the breadth of the earth and compassed the camp of the saints. The camp of the saints is the land of Israel, right? About in the beloved city, which is Jerusalem. And fire came down from the Most High out of heaven. and devour them. Okay, so that fire is coming by way of the chariots and by the ultimately by the thermonuclear missiles. And it said that the devil, which is Esau, Edom, that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, because that's the sum of what the nuclear missiles are going to leave behind, fire and brimstone. And this is speaking of the lake of fire, speaking about America as a whole, okay? Because America is going to be totally burned up with fire, because America is a satellite of Israel today. Okay, so it's gonna be totally obliterated, man. It's gonna look, if you was to do a Google satellite view, it'll look like a great lake of fire. It says, and the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and shall be tormented day and night and forever. It's speaking about the false prophet will represent. Now that represents the Roman Catholic Church. Okay, you got some dude on Amazon Prime Video, whatever, trying to break down the book of Daniel, the second chapter and the seventh chapter, and he messed it all up. He concluded with that the Roman Catholic Church was the end of that image that Nebuchadnezzar saw and all that. So Lord help me, I'm gonna go into that and decipher his whole damn video that he did, because he thinks he's deep. He's like a Filipino dude. I believe he's a Jake, but he went totally off, man. You know. And it says right where the beast, right, and the beast is NATO, right? America rides upon that beast, and the false prophet, that's the Roman Catholic Church, are and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. So let me go back to the I may have to come back on this, but this is let me see. So this is RT. I'm gonna make sure to put the link in the description box below. So I'm gonna definitely put the link and and revisit this later on today. Okay, so just doing the job of a watcher, keeping up with this, because this is one of the main prophecies as well. Russia, getting involved with this last third war, which is a thermonuclear war. So with that, I'm signing off. Elder Sucker Run. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Shalom.